Hello guys, welcome to the video. I'm basically just gonna be yapping about God because I love him, and what else can you do except yap about what you love? Alright, so I am in Minecraft because I don't want to sit in front of a camera, honestly, but I feel like I need to make this video regardless, and this is the best idea I could come up with. Alright, so basically what I want to talk about is idols. Now, an idol is something that can get in the way between your relationship with God. So basically, it can pretty much be anything in the world. That's a scary noise. Anyways, an idol it could be money. You could chase after money and not focus on God. It can be literally anything that gets you distant from God. Drugs, alcohol, parties, chasing after women, anything that's of the world that distracts you from God is an idol. And so, what I want to talk about is what happens when you don't focus on God. What happens when you make other idols. Now, I do have written down is kind of a summary of Exodus 32. I didn't actually write down the verse, but yeah, it was a long book. It was a long chapter, so I just kind of summarized it. So basically, obviously earlier in Exodus, Moses had delivered the Israelites, and basically he brought them out of Egypt, out of slavery, because the Lord told him to do so. And what happened next is he went up to a mountain to talk to God, and they had seen that Moses was not there, and they were like, oh, he's the guy that talks to God. We don't have a God right now, so we'll make our own. So they made their own. They took all the gold they had, earrings, jewelry, basically everything they had that was made out of gold. They melted it down, and it became a golden calf. And so they idolized it, they worshipped it, and after God had seen this, he cursed them. He put a plague on them. That's just an example of why you shouldn't idolize other things before God. Now, an example of good things that come out of worshiping him and not idolizing anything else is basically the entire book of Job. So in the beginning of the book, God basically had a council of angels, and he had a meeting with them all, and Satan was part of the council, and he basically had saw that Satan was interested in Job. And so he asked him why he was interested in Job. He was an upright man. He was God-fearing. But he also was very wealthy. He had a family. He had a wife, children. He had a good house. He had animals. He basically had anything that a man could want at the point in time. And so Satan tried to prove the point that Job only loved God because he had everything that he wanted. And so he kind of challenged God, and he said, oh, since Job only loves you because of what he has, let's see what happens when he has nothing. And so God basically accepted the challenge, and he told him, do everything in your power except don't lay a finger on him. And so Satan took away his home, he took away his animals, and he even took away his children. And so what he had left was his wife and I believe a friend of his. And so what happened next is Job did not curse God. He still loved God with all his heart. And basically Satan tried to prove the point that, oh, if I hurt him physically, then he'll curse you in your face. And so God once again told him, do everything you can, but don't kill him. And so he afflicted Job with like, what do you call them, like sores all over his body from head to toe. He was constantly itching and burning 24/7, and his wife didn't like it. And so she told Job, oh, you should curse God and die. And Job was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Even though he was suffering all the time, 24/7. And so basically towards the end of the book, it goes to Job being so faithful that God restored all of his blessings and then doubled it. And that's just like an example of why only good can come from being faithful to God and worshiping him over anything else. And that's basically it. That's pretty much everything I had to talk about. Yeah, in conclusion, just to be wise, to be faithful to God, and everything you do, make sure you do it to honor him. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching if you made it this far, and stay blessed. Peace.